opening day is here. We have everything you need to know before you head out the door.
It's Reds opening day. No rain, plenty of sunshine and nice temperatures, but where's the warmth? I'll show you when it arrives.
Expect some street closures today just because of the parade and also all the traffic we could see.
The history of the long ball. Taking a look at Reds home runs, both past and present, inside the Reds Hall of Fame, and here's to hoping for a few today.
A historic partnership for Cincinnati and Martin Luther King III.
We're coming together to lift up community, to lift up our cities, to lift up our state, to lift up our nation, and even to lift up our world.
How the Reds will help make history off the field this season.
And a look back at some of the most memorable opening days ever, including Marty Brennaman's first year on the mic.
Hey, good morning, Tri-State. We are coming to you live from Great American Ballpark this morning. A beautiful morning, as you can see, clear out there. I saw the moon as we were walking over to the stadium. So it is clear, which means it is cold.
It is, but that's okay. I'd rather that than clouds or rain or snow like we've seen on opening days before. I'm Adrian Whitsett alongside Kristen Scovere here for your Reds 2024 opening day. Huge festivities upon us. The parade coming at noon, the game at 4:10. We've got Jen down on the field right now checking things out and talking about what we can expect once the sun comes up. Hey, Jen.
What we can expect. Okay, first of all, daylight, warmth coming our way, and definitely some more comfortable weather here in the Tri-State. But yeah, I mean, it'll be so nice for those sitting here in the stands, not only to have that sun coming in on them, but just to get into a temperature kind of profile where it is a little bit more comfortable and you don't need 1,000 layers when you're coming out, like kind of what we needed early this morning. So let's get a breakdown of what temperatures are like right now as you walk out the door this morning, because yeah, it's cold. I saw frost out there this morning. You're probably seeing frost on your car as well. Downtown, we just dropped to 29. I can attest to that. It's definitely chilly out there. Mason, you're at 28. Hamilton's now down to 29 degrees and 30 in Reading this morning. Temperatures, though, here's the parade temps. So lining up, you're in mid-40s. Parade starts. We're at 48 degrees. We'll end up in the low 50s during the parade with sunshine. And then we get into your game time temperature, 410. This is what it will be like here across the Tri-State. Temperatures will be around 57 here downtown, some mid-50s to the north, but honestly, we are looking good. That's awesome to see. Coming up, though, we need to talk about the weekend and chances for rain when it comes to your Easter plans, so I'll get into that ahead.
All right, thank you so much. As far as traffic goes for you, if you're about to head out the door, things are looking just fine for you. Don't have any crashes to report, no major closures either, besides the Norwood Lateral for you. So in the meantime, let's just talk about what you could expect traffic-wise as we go throughout the day. Starting at 8 a.m., a lot of the streets right around Findlay Market will close, so just a heads up if you are over in that area. Also, the parade starting at noon, you'll see this route. A lot of streets along Race Street will be closed, so talking about Liberty, portions of Central Avenue, all the way down to 5th Street, and this will be closed all the way to about the Taft Theater area. And so these will open up as the parade does pass through. So other than that, though, things this morning as you're heading out the door looking just fine, guys.
Sounds great. Turning to 6:03, and this year there is a brand new exhibit right here at Great American Ballpark at the Reds Hall of Fame.
And that is where we find WCPO 9 News reporter Allie Kramer. And Allie, tell us a little bit what is inside this brand new exhibit.
Hey, you guys might be cold out there, but I found my way inside, and you should too today on opening day. The Reds Hall of Fame sits right outside Great American Ballpark. If you've never been before, opens at 10 o'clock this morning. And it's all about this new exhibit, The Long Ball, celebrating Reds home runs from icons, I'm telling you, all the way through Reds history. And so when you think about a home run, you might have a favorite in mind, and the chances are it's actually featured right here inside.
Anticipation to see what. Oh, goodness! That ball had a family!
The home run's one of the most exciting plays in baseball.
The long ball features 150 pieces of memorabilia and really shows how home runs have changed over the years.
They didn't used to be that important. In fact, teams barely hit 50 as a team until the ball changed, the dead ball era changed, Babe Ruth came along, and the home run became the thing of the future.
The long ball highlights some pretty iconic home runs from past and present.
Runner gone.
Might have been Eric Davis's home run to lead off the 1990 World Series to set the tone for that sweep over the A's, or Jay Bruce's walk-off home run to clinch the National League Central Division Championship.
It's gone!
You can't talk about this exhibit without talking about Johnny Bench. He's the home run king for the Reds. 389 franchise home runs, leads the team. Joey Votto's a close second.
And even though Votto will likely retire as a Toronto Blue Jay, we won't forget his last homer with the Reds.
Deep right on his 40th birthday in his first game back.
Oh, man, and we all remember that one. It was September 10th last year. I think we'll still see a lot of Votto jerseys out there this year. The first season without him will be, of course, a little tough, but we hope there's some home runs this year that will land themselves in the museum, or at least worthy of it. Guys, it's something really cool to check out. We'll send it back to you inside the ballpark.
All right, Allie, now we're joined by Reds Senior VP of Business Operations, Karen Forges. Thanks for being here.
Are you kidding?
With
Welcome
us
to my
this
office.
morning.
How about this?
Yeah,
it's
a great
every
office.
day.
I would love it.
I mean, the grass is growing. We took the blanket off the grass. It looks amazing in here.
Ready to go.
Ready to
off
go.
For a new season, 2024. We're coming off an electrifying season last year. It was so much fun watching teams, especially in the summer. Yeah. They've got Viking helmets on, talking about America's team. What are you looking forward as we start this new season?
It was really fun to see the guys get back together again at Reds Fest and the fans to turn out. So you're exactly right. It's kind of like the momentum continues, and thank goodness it's going to be a dry day and actually beautiful. It has been beautiful in Cincinnati. So as much as Cincinnati Reds are, woven into this city, opening day, is bigger than just what happens on that field.
For sure.
It is kind of a movement. It's a point of pride in the city. I know coming in this early, have you guys seen this many cars out?
No.
I mean, there's
people are ready for
everywhere.
it.
They're everywhere.
Couldn't find a sweatshirt yesterday.
Exactly.
I was trying to go through all the clothes. Yeah, and this is beautiful. Some of the new merchandise that
they
you
got
guys
great
have.
stuff. The new City Connect mark is wonderful. Last year at this time, no one knew what it was.
No.
So what
now
a difference a
it's
year
super
makes.
branded.
Oh my
Absolutely.
goodness, yeah. So we've really got the families too. They actually are coming. They all came back from Arizona, and a lot of our players, are calling Cincinnati home, and their wives and families are here, and they're actually going to go watch the parade. A lot of them for the first time.
Ease them into it with nice weather here.
Ease them into it, exactly
Coming
right.
in from
A little bit different
Arizona.
than Arizona.
But it's still pretty nice, yeah.
So make no mistake, I mean, it's fun, what we do here to make sure fans enjoy themselves, but it's very intense for the guys on the field.
Yeah.
So they've been working very hard and take it really seriously. The Nationals were here late through the afternoon getting their batting practice in. The Reds did theirs earlier in the day. And so for those guys today, there is the starting gun, and they don't stop until September. I mean, it goes on until September. Every 162 games. That's a lot of games.
Trying to stay healthy, trying to stay fit. Yeah, and like you're saying, families, it's everybody trying to come together and make sure that it's a successful season, because it takes that support as well.
Yeah, and then we're tourism. People come in here for, 81 games in Cincinnati. They all come in and have fun at the ballpark. That's our job. We say we're in charge of the shenanigans.
Right. We talked a little bit about this a couple of minutes ago, but there's, a new food hall here at the ballpark. There's a lot of different food offerings. What else have you guys done to sort of just maybe spruce this place up? It looks fantastic.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's really about customer service. I don't know about you guys, but nothing can ruin my time if I have to wait. I don't like to wait. So we're getting right, exactly. And people come to venues and they expect to go to the concession stand, but you need to speed up those lines. So you're exactly right. This food hub idea, it is down the third base side, and it is a walk-in market. All the food is still cooked to order hot, but you can grab it and go. Yeah. And then we have over 30 point of sales, and you can just check yourself out and move along. So that's one of the biggest things.
We're used to self-checkout at this point.
Well, we are, and even the team shop. So I think that's the biggest change.
That's great.
Lots of sprucing up, a lot of improvements, a brand new food hall, but hub as we call it. But technology and speed of service is one of our focuses, because we know people are coming here to have fun.
Yes, they are. And they will be here today
they will.
to have fun. Karen, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you guys.
Karen.
Listen, and thanks for showing up and being here and making sure everybody understands this is their home.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Karen.
Thanks.
Hey, our coverage of Reds opening day 2024 live from Great American Ballpark continues next as we talk a bit more about a special partnership that the Reds have just started this year with the King Foundation and Realizing the Dream.
And we're looking back at some of the greatest Reds opening day moments, including a broadcasting legend making history in more ways than one.
opening day 1974 was a memorable one for many reasons. Riverfront Stadium was packed as the legendary Marty Brennaman called his very first game for the Reds, and the Braves' Hank Aaron made history.
Swung on, long shot into deep left field. Rose is back, and that ball is gone.
To have the privilege of making a call like that in the first half inning of the first game that you ever do in the major leagues, it was like a dream.
Henry Aaron has just tied Babe Ruth's home run record of 714.
I do recollect the fact that I didn't screw it up.
The Reds would go on to win 7-6 over Atlanta, and Aaron was benched for the remainder of the series, hitting his 715th homer 4 days later.
Oh, great history there right now. If you were with us in our last hour, you know her favorite mascot is Gapper. Just showed up.
He just walked in.
Over here. So we'll hang out with them in just a moment. Jen, you're down on the field right now talking about our opening day forecast, shaping up to be a pretty nice one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could have had colder weather, we could have had warmer weather, but you know what? This is the Goldilocks forecast. It's exactly what it's supposed to be like this time of year, and it will work and get the job done. We are going to see plenty of sunshine here across the tri-state today, and the way things are shaping up, I mean, here are those like kind of critical temperatures as we get into the start of the game. Warming to 57 with mostly sunny skies and staying comfortable throughout the game, even the mid-50s there later on in the evening. So coming up, we're going to get beyond today because obviously today's easy. Tomorrow's comfortable, but the Easter weekend forecast has some things happening, some rain chances coming into the tri-state. I'll get into the timing of that rain, when it's most likely, because I know you've got plenty to do for the weekend ahead.
Jen, thanks so much. Well, this opening day this season is the first of 5 for the Reds. They have a new partnership.
Yeah, it's a really good one. It's looking to transform so many lives and also honor a civil rights icon.
And my father and mother, throughout their lives, demonstrated examples of how to disagree without being disagreeable.
That's Martin Luther King III, speaking at Great American Ballpark as the Reds became the first MLB team to join a 5-year plan to honor his dad, Dr. King's 100th birthday.
Peace and justice and equity really are like eternal flames, and each generation must do its part in continuing to feed those flames.
The goal is to feed those flames with 100 million hours of meaningful acts of service by 2029. The Realizing the Dream initiative should impact 6 million students in underfunded schools and help more than 200,000 teachers. For the Reds, joining was a no-brainer.
You know, from a Reds perspective, this is one of the easiest decisions we could possibly make. To support an initiative that speaks to service and mental health and, community building. It's as easy as it gets.
And doing it first on the banks of the Ohio makes so much sense for Hamilton County Commissioner Alicia Reese.
Just across the river, the slaves had to come over to this side for freedom. You bring all those components together, but more importantly, we didn't come today for symbolism. They came now for action.
And to hope this partnership will lead to more clubs joining soon.
The only thing that matters is we're coming together to lift up community, to lift up our cities, to lift up our state, to lift up our nation, and even to lift up our world.
Well, you're going to see 2 Black Hawk helicopters out of Fort Knox fly over Great American Ballpark before today's game. This is some footage of them. They were practicing yesterday, and during the national anthem, Cincinnati firefighters are going to lay out a giant American flag. This is huge, 300 feet by 150 feet. The Honor Guard also going to present the colors. So it's going to be very cool. The traditional parade of colors out there, and yeah, we saw them, even some footage from the cockpit there of some of those helicopters on a nice, clear day. And we have a lot more coming up for you. Our coverage of the Reds opening day live here at Great American Ballpark continues right after this.
Yeah, it's not just about the players. There's another tough job out on the field. Somebody's got to do it. The Reds, Major League Baseball, getting the next generation of umpires some practice behind the plate.
Also, we saw green noodles at Skyline for St. Patrick's Day, but next, the one location offering red noodles today only.
not so distant memory, Reds opening day 2020 got pushed to July 24th because you know what. So this was the socially distanced 101st Findlay Market opening day parade. A fire truck and a golf cart. Instead of 100,000 people lining the streets, it was just a massed rosy red waiting outside Great American Ballpark.
The times have changed, of course. We were able to get the full-on opening day parade. Last year, we're on to it once again. This year, glad to have it back.
Absolutely. Didn't know what to expect last year at all. And now I can be excited because I know what's to come. And it's going to be a wonderful day for it. It's going to be sunshine as soon as that sun decides to wake up, Jen.
Yes, it needs to wake up because right now it's cold outside. So cold, you guys have to see this. There is frost on, look at this. The pads here at the dugout. So yeah, Mother Nature, you've been ordered to make it feel better outside. This is going to happen. It's all about, of course, the sun needs to come up. We're actually still probably not even down to our lowest temperature of the morning just yet. It'll start improving. We just, morning show timing is great for the coldest weather of the day. So let's look at what conditions are like outside. First of all, the radar is quiet. That element number one that makes for a great day of baseball. The sky is clear, and yeah, okay, the temperature is cold right now, but this is just here for like another hour, and then we'll start kind of getting things a little bit more comfortable outside. So it's 29 degrees downtown, yay. 30 degrees right now out in Batavia, 25 out in Brookville this morning. Like, winter coat necessary, at least to start. So then we get into, later on to around the noon hour. Parade kicks off, it's 51 degrees and sunny. Then we get into the afternoon, you're kind of milling out here down around the banks. Coming into the ballpark, it'll be 56, 57 degrees. Comfortable, and the sun is there. Also a light wind today, so you're not talking about big strong winds, and the winds will be coming in from the west. So if you're here at the ballpark, you've got the whole first baseline side of the stadium blocking that wind direction, which works. You probably shouldn't feel much of a wind at all here down in the stadium today. Tonight we'll go down to the low 40s. Tomorrow we're going to see a mostly sunny sky. Amazing conditions tomorrow. 67. I know some schools are out tomorrow or have been off all week because leading up to the Easter holiday. This is a great day to get outside again and enjoy the weather. Speaking of Easter, we are looking at rain chances. I wouldn't call them likelihoods, but chances. So there's an isolated chance late Saturday, and then Sunday, there's 2 windows of opportunity, but at least temperatures will be mild for all of it. Here's a quick look at future view, kind of breaking down that rain potential. So here's Saturday's rain chance more late in the evening, like 8, 9, 10 p.m. It all looks very light. That will continue going into early Sunday morning. Sunday morning, we start with some light showers, but then around the 10, 11, 12 kind of church time, going out for lunch with the family, everything looks good, like still dry. And then it's later on after 3, probably getting closer to 6 and 7. So dinner time, that's where we'll see some light rain coming into the tri-state, and that'll continue. And actually it definitely lingers into Monday. And Monday it comes with a chance for even thunderstorms, looking pretty likely there. Highs will end up in the low 70s. It's Monday night, though we might even have some stronger to severe storms coming in with that system. But once we can get past some frost today, we'll be fine, guys. I'm working on at least some frosty spots to get rid of them.
All right, keep working on it. You got a long railing there if you're going to try and get all the frost off, Jen. Hey, 11 o'clock this morning, the sun will be up. It'll feel nicer, and it is also the start of the annual Reds Community Fund Charity Block Party.
Yeah, this benefits the Reds Youth Academy, and this is happening on Joe Nuxle Way, Freedom Way, and then Marion Spencer Way. It is free to get in for you. There's going to be so much down there, live music, food, and drinks for sale. Just an important note for you, because, we don't use cash a whole heck of a lot these days. This is cash only. There are some ATMs available for you, though, so don't worry about that. Also, the Reds Youth Academy, they recently held an umpire training. This is pretty cool. They're looking to get the next generation involved behind the plate. So they held the camp last month, just teaching kids how to officiate baseball. It could be a wonderful career path. Major League Baseball also held umpire camps at spring training this year, so that is pretty cool.
Getting more and more people involved. Saturday, Kids Opening Day, that's at 11:15 when the Reds mascots will walk the red carpet. Reds players will be there at noon. Game that day also at 4:10. Kids, parents, you get early access to the ballpark where you'll see circus performers, face painters, music, and more there. Kids 14 and under will also get a free Reds cap. And you know there's a lot that goes into opening day, and if you want to fuel up before the parade, we've got an option for you today.
It's an option. I don't know. We'll let you decide if you love it. This is a Reds-inspired dish. You checked it out at Skyline in Delhi Township. Was that yesterday?
It was yesterday. Took the kids out there. They made us some red noodles so we could give you a preview. It was just as delicious as normal Skyline. They are the only ones that are going to be doing this second year in a row that they've been doing it, and they were packed.
Oodles of noodles.
Last year. Wonderful stuff there. If you want to go check it out, maybe hit that up before you head down here for the parade at noon. And the parade is inching ever closer because it does step off at noon. We're going to bring it live to you right here on WCPO 9. And up next, we're going to hear from some local kids extra excited about this year's festivities.
Also honoring a Reds legend, Jim Scott, how he plans to celebrate this year and how the city is celebrating him.
Opening day is here. We have everything you need to know before you head out the door.
No rain for opening day and plenty of sunshine. I'll show you what temperatures will be like at the first pitch.
Expect some street closures today just because of the parade and also all the traffic we could see.
Plus, a one-on-one with my favorite Reds mascot.
So you like it?
Just hours away from the opening day parade, and we're taking you behind the scenes to see some of the cutest kids marching this year.
And a look back at some of the most memorable days in Cincinnati history, including this snowy opening day.
Not anything that we have to deal with today, fortunately. Turn into 6:30 on your Thursday. You're looking live over Great American Ballpark right now, and we are coming to you live from inside right here on the concourse this morning as we get ready for this day that we look forward to, really, the second the last season ends.
Yes, start preparing. You know that they are as well. This is a throwback Thursday I was just thinking about.
Yes, it is.
With all those historical moments, very fun to see just how much has happened, has changed, and we're now at Great American Ballpark.
Yes,
that
we
in
are.
and of itself is really fun. And Jen, she is even closer to where the action will be on the field. She's been sort of touching, feeling down there, seeing frost.
Trying to move it around.
Not touching the grass.
Guys, I'm just trying to stay warm, okay? So it's like entertaining myself to distract from the fact that I'm cold outside. But yes, we're right here down on the warning track area. And then, of course, at the back of the warning track, they have this lovely line that I'm not allowed to cross. You know why? Because the grass is sacred ground. We will not touch it. That is only for the players involved in the game and, of course, the officials. That'll be out here later on today. But the excitement is real. It's so cool just to see like that just last step, those last moments before we finally get baseball underway here in Cincinnati. Now, weather-wise, I mean, this forecast will work. It's a little chilly out the door this morning. For those of you still going to work and school today, I would put on an actual coat. I brought mine. I've had it on all morning for a reason. So we're at 28 degrees right now up in Mason. Covington, you're at 29, and downtown, very similar, but the sky's mostly clear. As we go through the at least parade setup time, walking out there, I mean, we'll be in the mid-40s at 11, but 48 when the parade kicks off, 51 by the time it's done. We all top out today in about the mid-50s, 57 degrees should be the high in the city today, so all is looking good. Coming up, though, Easter weekend, we've got some rain chances to talk about, so I'll break those down because I know so many of you also just making plans to enjoy time with the family and friends as we get into this coming holiday weekend.
All right, thanks so much. As far as traffic goes for us right now, well, it doesn't look too bad. All your drive times are pretty normal from Kentucky. Also on the Ohio side of things are quiet for us as well. No crashes to report. In the meantime, I can tell you the city of Cincinnati is suggesting some routes for you to get to Riverfront. If you're traveling 75 southbound, Freeman Avenue exit to Mering Way. Northbound, you'll take the 5th Street exit. And then coming from 71 southbound, Reading exit to Eggleston. And then from 471 or Columbia Parkway, they are suggesting you use that 3rd Street exit, guys.
Raven, thanks so much. And we do have a quick rundown for you of opening day. The parade is at noon. The game starts at 4:10. And then, of course, we're hosting the Washington Nationals. Frankie Montas is the starting pitcher. A very exciting day on tap for the city of Cincinnati. And a lot of people, of course, just loving the parade.
Yeah, the Findlay Market opening day parade, one of the highlights, of course, on opening day. We've got WCPO 90's reporter Allie Kramer standing by right now. We're going to talk about the route, some of the best spots that you know, Allie, to watch, and also talking more about who is in the parade this year.
Okay, yeah, the route is easy. It starts at Findlay Market, goes straight down Race Street, turns on 5th right there at Fountain Square. So pretty easy.
Good morning.
But you don't want to pick spots like Findlay Market or Washington Park. They're going to be packed. You want to go further south of that. Before you get to Fountain Square, they don't block the streets, so you can kind of just fill in anywhere. And what you want to watch for this year, some of the cutest kids every year that you will see, they are from St. Veronica School. And they made custom baseball cars of some of their favorite Reds icons, like Spencer Steer. We saw a kid who had chosen him. And these are just really special because even though the kids are in this every year, it's different students. And we got to see kind of the behind the scenes work of what they were doing. These are some very excited 4th and 7th grade students working on those baseball cards. The 7th graders wrote essays and created presentations on the players, and the 4th graders, they were kind of working alongside with their partners in art class to make those cards. Usually it's just the 4th graders in the parade, but 2 years of COVID prevented 2 classes from marching. They're making up for it, letting the 7th graders get in on it, and man, they are excited to be included.
I think it's amazing. It's a great tradition for Cincinnati, and it's just so much fun seeing all the little kids, walking around screaming, "Yay, go Reds," and everything like that. So it's so much fun.
It is, and I'm telling you, we were there, and they were so excited. You're going to be able to see a little bit more of them on WCPO.com. They're number 100 in the parade this year, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled for them, guys.
Yes, we will, all starting at noon. Allie, thank you. And for the parade, Jim Scott is the honorary Grand Marshal. You see him here as he was testing out the convertible that he is supposed to ride in. This is courtesy of the opening day parade. Last year, of course, we learned of the longtime radio host battle with ALS, that diagnosis of Lou Gehrig's disease coming in 2022, he told us. Earlier this week, the city of Cincinnati named March 24th as Jim Scott Day. Mayor Aftab Pureval saying his battle continues to, quote, spark joy in our community. And the honorary captain for today's game is longtime Reds broadcaster Marty Brennaman, as this year we celebrate the 50th anniversary of his debut. We showed you a little bit about that, calling home run number 714 for Hank Aaron there in Riverfront Stadium in the first half inning of his first game. Great stuff back in 1974.
And we were talking to Allie just a second ago about the adorable kids. And so let's continue talking about adorable kids and families. So many people coming out. And we're here now with Charlie Frey from the Reds Community Fund. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Talk a little bit about maybe the block party that's happening.
Yeah, well, you know, it's part of the fabric of opening day. The Finley Market Parade, then they make their way down to the block party, and it is a sea of red. And it's a great way for people, even if you don't have a ticket, to be in the neighborhood, to be outside the ballpark, to feel all that opening day energy. And it's a great fundraiser for the Reds Community Fund.
And what do you guys do with those funds throughout the course of the year?
We invest in the game. I mean, we're really a unique nonprofit. We're trying to make baseball and softball more affordable, more accessible for kids, especially in underserved communities. But baseball is this great game. It teaches you so much about life and how to get up from disappointment and how to overcome obstacles. And, you know, it's Cincinnati's bloodline, right?
It feels like a lifelong thing, too, because you're seeing all these generations. We're talking about history and people that are pushing their 60s, 70s, 80s, and then you have these little kids that are
that's right.
just starting out.
And, you know, we really have a challenge on our hands to get younger fans engaged. Baseball's audience tends to trend a little bit older, you know, than some of the other sports out there, and
it's not as flashy all the time.
Exactly. I mean, you know, it requires a little more patience, and it's just it's something different to teach the kids. So that's really our mission, is to make it fun, to just teach them how it works. A lot of us learn the game in our homes. It's like learning a language, and that's what we try to do through baseball, softball, education programs, and community building.
We saw a little bit earlier, you guys have the partnership with Realizing the Dream announced back in January with the King Foundation. It's a lofty goal over the next 5 years to get to 100 million service hours. What are you doing specifically here in Cincinnati to try and reach that?
So the biggest project that we have in partnering with the King family is our community makeover. We partner with P&G, Cincinnati Children's Hospital, the Cincinnati Zoo, GE, Kroger, and others, and we'll have over 500 volunteers for our August 1st Bond Hill community makeover. But that's an ongoing year-round project. Yeah. We were in Madisonville last year and Lincoln Heights the year before. So all of our partners, we tackle a big community program. Each year we build a ball field, we renovate schools, all sorts of work. It's really a remarkable thing that the Reds are a part of.
It's great. And hoping that because you guys are the first to do it in Major League, that we get it to others throughout the rest of the country.
And you know, who wouldn't want to pick up an initiative like this, you know, with literally the son, daughter-in-law, and granddaughter of Dr. King.
Absolutely.
And what they've done is just so simple and so thoughtful, and yeah, we're really honored to be another first for the Cincinnati Reds.
Absolutely.
We appreciate all your work on that.
Yes,
and thanks so much for stopping by.
My pleasure.
Getting us excited.
Okay. All right, happy opening day.
Thank you. You too.
All right, coming up, stay with us for this. I met up with my favorite Reds mascot. He's here now on the concourse, but I talked to him about what he's so excited about for opening day.
Gapper, ahead of opening day, what do you want to say to your countless fans? So true and so brave.
He is so brave. Next, what he likes most about this very special day.
Spotlight Report.
At Riverfront, it was a memorable opening day, but people don't soon forget baseball fields covered with snow.
April 6, 1977. At least one pig threatened to fly, but the Reds' opening day parade went on despite the wintry weather.
Here comes the snow again. Or is that confetti?
That's snow.
The game went on too, with fans bundled up in the stands. The Reds pulled off a 5-3 win that day against the San Diego Padres.
Great stuff looking back at history. Glad that we're not dealing with
No,
the
that
snow.
puts it in perspective, Jen.
Yeah, I will take the fact that it's a little cold and in need of a winter coat to start. We will not need these winter coats later on today. I'm in the visitors' dugout now. I just, I hate to call it trespassing, but I feel like I'm like in zones that I'm not supposed to be in, but really cool to be out here at the ballpark this morning. And yeah, I say cool because it's a play on the fact that it's also just cold outside as we start the day. But the key moments as we go through today's forecast. Here you go. 48, that's your parade time temperature, and then temperatures will end up at 57. That's your high today when it comes to first pitch there at 4:10 against the Washington Nationals. So later on tonight, it's not as cold. I mean, shame this couldn't be tomorrow, or the forecast for this morning. 41 tonight with a partly cloudy sky, and then tomorrow we'll see a mostly sunny sky with highs around 67 degrees. Still to come, though. Got a couple things to talk about here before the broadcast is over. We've got Friday's sunshine, great temperatures as we mentioned, but the weekend warmth that's coming also comes with rain chances. I've got a better breakdown of timeline-wise when we'll more than likely see those best rain chances as we get into that Easter holiday weekend.
All right, thanks, Jen. Everyone has a different favorite part of Reds opening day.
They do. Now, I found my favorite about a year ago, and he's been on my mind ever since.
Cincinnati, home to Great American Ballpark, the Ohio River, this hippo, and Skyline Chili. And this, what is this? The fur. Is it feathers? It's not the Philly fanatic. His name is Gapper, and I think he's fabulous. I first feasted my eyes on this magnificent Muppet last year. Turns out, like me, he's a relative newcomer to Cincinnati. First introduced in 2002 as Mr. Red's pet, and apparently, according to a very unscientific internet poll, he's not as popular as the other mascots, with Mr. Red, Mr. Redlegs, and Rosie sitting comfortably on top. But who needs math when you've got moves? I tracked him down at his home to ask him about his time in the Queen City.
Gapper, ahead of opening day, what do you want to say to your countless fans? So true and so brave. Gapper, you've worked here a long time. What do you like about it? So you like it? You know, we know you're an animal, maybe a dog, a snake. What are you? I mean, I see it now, clear as day. Thank you for clearing that up. And Gabber, ahead of opening day, what do you want to say to your rivals? Gabber, can we say that on TV?
So here's to my favorite Reds player. I think he's a home run.
Wow. Amazing. And here he is.
And as if he heard me. He's back. Oh.
Fantastic.
My gosh.
Fantastic stuff. Great to have everyone.
I feel bad. I don't mean to make everyone else feel like I'm singling him out as my favorite, but I think, yeah, I might have set that
you made that
precedent.
very clear right there. Great to have you guys. Happy opening day to you. Appreciate it.
There is a real excitement surrounding the Cincinnati Reds this year. You know, it had something to do with the arrival of Ellie De La Cruz, also that mid-year run at first place last year. Whatever the reason, people are buying merchandise and they are snapping up tickets.
Here at Cook Sporting Goods downtown, Patrick Eichholz seeing a lot more interest in Reds merchandise than he's seen in a while.
Everybody's really excited to see if the team can take that next step.
Patrick expects the blacked-out City Connect jerseys to be a super hot seller this year.
There was a lot of excitement, a lot of good baseball being played with this uniform on.
But you can't afford $100 plus for a jersey? Patrick says consider a similar T-shirt for $39. Princeton High School baseball coach Gino McGowan's was among the shoppers at Cook's looking for Reds gear.
If you ask my wife, no. But I absolutely will get another cap, probably a T-shirt or jacket.
Meantime, a Reds game remains one of the last bargains in Major League sports. You can still find upper deck seats for as low as $10 midweek. Plus, the Reds have some great deals for 2024, including Klosterman Family Discount Days, 3 half-price tickets with 1 full-price tickets. Check the calendar. The Reds Pick 6 plan with a Spencer Steer bobblehead as low as $12 a ticket, and a free Thomas Rhett country concert Thursday, August 29th after the game. Cincinnati may love the Bengals, but you can afford to bring the whole family to a Reds game, and this year could be exciting.
They're going to be good.
Finally, if you're considering a jersey for some of the hottest Reds players, you might want to buy them sooner rather than later. Remember, these sold out last season, so don't wait so you don't waste your money. I'm John Matteries, WCPO 9 News.
Great stuff there from John. And of course, we can't talk about opening day without talking about the ballpark food.
Might be the best part. One of the top. I got a sneak peek. I got a little taste. You're not going to be disappointed. It was delicious. And we're also going to talk to the chef about what is new this year and some of the old favorites that are making a return.
Plus, a major milestone off the field for Red shortstop Elly De La Cruz.
I put a lot of work on my English to talk with you guys, and I think I'm doing a good job. I don't know.
Up next, who Elly credits for helping him.
Well, good morning and welcome back to the ballpark and the warning track. The grass is just there, just beyond. But, today going to be a picture-perfect day for baseball. Could it have been warmer? Sure. Will it be warmer soon? Yes. That's all coming in for your Friday forecast. But let's just get right into what it's like as you head out the door this morning. First and foremost, nothing on the radar this morning. Your temperature comes in at 29. Thankfully, we don't have much of a wind out there this morning. We'll take it. There really won't be much of a wind all day today. But parade, you're lining up there at 11:30. We'll be in the about mid-40s into the upper 40s as the parade kicks off. And then we get done with the parade, come here into the Banks area, into the ballpark, and first pitch there at 4:10, our temperature will be right there, 57 degrees. And if you're not maybe enjoying the Reds today, maybe you're just hanging out, beyond here downtown, it's a beautiful day here in the Tri-State, and it'll be a noticeable jump from yesterday's high of only 48. So for your Easter weekend forecast, after Friday's beautifulness that is coming our way, there will be a lot more cloud cover for Saturday and Sunday. Highs will be in the upper 60s, which will be phenomenal, but there are some rain chances. It comes down to, Joe, some windows of opportunity. Saturday evening, there'll be our first window of opportunity as some isolated light rain comes in, but a lot of the models don't show it until after 6, if not 7 p.m. So not impacting a large part of the day. Again, late for Saturday night and into Sunday morning, some light rain coming through, but right there Sunday at midday when so many of you are getting out of church, going to lunch, doing stuff as a family, the forecast is dry, and then we'll get into our next rain chance for Sunday evening. But this system, it's going to linger. It's going to be around giving us showers and thunderstorms still for Monday's forecast, potentially some stronger storms for Monday evening. So we'll be watching that. And then once the front passes, the temperature will come down a little bit for later on next week. But it's been great to be out here this morning. Feels like an honor to be down here on the warning track, although I think the bottom of my shoes are going to be red for a while.
Appropriate. Deb,
Yes.
Thanks so much. Hey, Ellie De La Cruz, he has reached a major milestone off the field.
Yeah, it's great. For the first time yesterday, he did his entire news conference in English, and here's why.
Yeah, it's so important to me because now you guys understand what I say, and it's important to the fans to understand me and me understand the fans. Well, I practice every day talking with the other guys, and I just talk with them, and I just let it go. I like talk with American guys because I create confidence.
He was then asked, well, what about your interpreter? Of course, there's been some questions about interpreters in the last week. He laughed and said he was free to go. Great stuff there.
I like it. He's
Ellie.
practicing at practice.
Absolutely.
Sounds wonderful.
So let's talk about food here on opening day.
Oh, yeah, you have to. And this is what you can expect, or some of it. There's just so much. But for starters, Skyline Nachos, those were a huge hit last year, so they are bringing them back. You can get them in that cute little Reds helmet over there, and there's dessert right next to it. Glier's Geta sliders, they have American cheese, crispy onions, pickles, habanero, hot pepper, bacon jam.
Yum.
What? All served on a potato slider roll.
I mean, when you go to the ballparks, it's an experience. We know you're going to be here for about 2.5, 3 hours, so we wanted to make sure that you had food that you wanted to eat. And as the ballparks grow, foods and palate is growing, and then people seek different ballparks for different items. So we wanted to make sure that Great American Ballpark is amongst a list of all really great items and really compete and say, hey, listen, you got to go to Cincinnati. They have a smoker nacho. Or, hey, listen, you got to go to Cincinnati because they have the Skyline nacho or Brothers Up. And that's what I want to hear.
Brothers Up, a brat on a stick or a skewer, which sounds delicious as well.
Yeah, I talked to the chef a little bit about just how every year they have to sort of think about what the fans are looking for, these elevated tastes, but there's the fancy stuff. There's also the grab and go kind of thing. So they have this food hub now, and they have like 30 different checkout areas. So you can just run in, grab a hot dog, grab your drink, get back to your seat, not miss out on anything. But that's more of more local favorites, La Rosa's Pizza, Wings and Rings.
This sort of easy things. And they're just trying to make it super easy for you. It's over on the third base side.
So
you can get back to your seat
while you're watching.
Absolutely. Love it.
So
hey,
yeah, that was not a bad way to spend a day.
No, I
imagine
having a 50 West burger as well. That is it for our live coverage, at least this morning, for Reds opening day. Of course, we'll be back at noon for the Findlay Market opening day parade. You can catch up on
Choosing a treatment for your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can be overwhelming. So ask your doctor about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine treatment. So far, more than 5 million Botox treatments have been given to over 850,000 chronic migraine patients.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. So ask your doctor if Botox is